President Biden has unveiled a $6.9 trillion budget proposal for the 2024 fiscal year. His plan includes implementing a 25% tax on the top 1% of earners and setting a 28% corporate tax rate. According to Mr. Biden's proposal, those measures would help cut the federal deficit by $3 trillion over the next decade. While the package is not expected to make it past a split Congress, the president did use it to set the stage for negotiations with House Speaker Kevin McCarthy.
They say they want to cut the deficit, but their plans would explode the deficit. How are they going to make the math work? What are they going to cut? I want to make it clear, I'm ready to meet with the Speaker anytime, tomorrow, if he has his budget. Lay it down, tell me what you want to do, I'll show you what I want to do, see what we can agree on, or we don't agree on, let's see what we vote on.
CBS News Chief White House correspondent Nancy Cordes joins us now. Nancy, can you give us some other highlights of this budget?
Sure. So the president wants to spend hundreds of billions of dollars on new programs designed to make life a little bit less expensive for Americans. Notably, wants to spend a lot more on affordable child care, on free community college and pre-K and paid family leave. Now, if any of this sounds familiar, it's because these have been measures that have been central to the president's agenda for the last couple of years. He hasn't been able to get them through Congress quite yet. And so he's sort of laying out the fact that there are still priorities in this budget. But the White House is insisting, Jeff, that they are still going to be able to save $3 trillion over the next 10 years if Congress were somehow to implement this budget. And that's because the tax increases that you just mentioned on the wealthy, on corporations, they say those tax increases alone will raise about $5 trillion.
I guess the question is how much of this is a doable budget and how much is setting a platform for the probable Biden 2024 campaign?
So it's very difficult for the White House to see much of this budget enacted on Capitol Hill for the simple reason that Republicans now control the House of Representatives. And Republicans certainly don't favor any of the tax increases included in this proposal and most likely don't support most of the spending increases either. But what this is something of an opening salvo in a conversation, a negotiation that will be taking place over the next few months between the White House and House Republicans who have drawn this line in the sand and have said that they are not going to vote to raise the debt ceiling, which has to happen in order for the government to continue to pay its bills, unless they see massive spending cuts. That's something that they want to talk about with the White House. The president is now saying, OK, he's laid his budget on the table. It doesn't necessarily cut spending, but it does increase revenue. And so now he's saying to Speaker Kevin McCarthy, OK, let's see what you have in mind, and then we'll talk.
McCarthy said today he's, quote, waiting for the invitation to come, referring to President Biden. So what are the next steps then in any potential negotiation?
Right. So it sounds like both sides want to see this conversation happen. But what the president said multiple times, including when he just got back to the White House to those of us who were gathered there to watch his return, he said he still wants to see Kevin McCarthy's budget. He says it's very difficult to have a conversation unless he knows what Republicans want to cut. They've said over and over again, we want to see spending cuts, we want to see spending cuts, but they haven't laid their plan out on the table. Kevin McCarthy said he was waiting to see what the president proposed. So theoretically, sometime in the next couple of weeks, we will see what Republicans are proposing, and then that meeting would take place.
Nancy Cordes, good to see you again. Thank you.
Good to see you too, Jeff.